So there are a lot of things that we need to get done for the HTML5 core badge. And first and foremost, what you're going to want to do is in the folder where you have your index and your bio, if you haven't done so already, you're going to want to create the three folders, images, JS, and CSS. You're not going to use the JS now if you're not too familiar with HTML5, and that's fine. It's just have the folders. You don't necessarily need to have anything in them. I do have images in mine, and I do have a CSS file which we'll talk about later. But if you do have images, go ahead and put that in there. And then afterwards you should have your index and bio HTML that you did complete for the FileZilla badge. Now, the first thing you want to do is validate the coding as HTML5 coding for the website. And coming into Notepad++, what validates this as HTML5 is simply just this tag doc type HTML on line number 1 with the apostrophe. So what you want to do is you want to just put this on all of your pages, put this on line number 1, and you're good to go. What I also do is I put in the meta char set, the UTF-8, specifying the character set, and I put that in there right under the title in the header. You can go ahead and do that as well, and you can also specify here language set to EN for English in the HTML opening tag. So, you know, those three things really you want to have on your pages, and that will just validate you for HTML5. The other thing I do want to talk about is putting the navigation. Now, you've already done some links, and I put in like a rudimentary navigation, which actually completes the requirements for that navigation for this badge. You're going to find better ways to do it later on, but what I did was right under the H1 header, I put it in a paragraph, right? I entered a normal link that I would usually. We're already in the folder, so the all I need to reference is what HTML file I want it to go to, because these files are all in the same folder. And then I put in the title of what it is once you hover over it, and then the name. Right after the end of each link, I put in the HTML entity for spaces, which is this right here. I put 2 of those in, and then I put a pipeline, which is right under the backspace on your keyboard. It should be right under the backspace. This is for aesthetic purposes, to make it look nice. And then I put 2 more spaces, and then I continue with the other pages. So once that's done, I've saved that, and how that looks on the page is like this right here. So this is what you have, and it's really clean, very neat, and very easy to do, and that completes some of the requirements needed for the HTML5